framework with respect to this aspect oriented programming so far, and as well as Spring framework with respect to this aspect oriented programming, and as well so simple hello world program, how we are going to do that with respect to this Spring, those things we discussed. And today's session what we are going to see is how the way actually we are going to work with Spring with respect to this beans and as well as bean wiring. That means how to pass the bean object to this XML file, and as well as how actually we are going to do this JDBC programs with respect to this beans. So that part now we are going to see that today's session. So let's start right now.
రికార్డింగ్ ఎలాగా?
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకొని ఇది పెట్టిన వెంటనే స్క్రీన్ రికార్డ్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం.
నువ్వు సొంతగా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చింది ఏం కాదు కదా, దాంట్లో రికార్డ్ అవుతున్నాయి కాదు.
వాళ్ళు ఇస్తామంటారు, రోజు చంపుతారు. ఇస్తామంటారు. ఒక్కరోజు
స్క్రీన్ రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టుకున్నావు. ఇంకా
నేను స్క్రీన్ రికార్డింగ్ పెట్టుకున్నాను. అదే అవుట్పుట్, వాయిస్ అవుట్పుట్ తీసుకుంటుంది. ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు, నేను కాకపోతే ఆర్గనైజర్, ప్రెజెంటర్.
Okay. Now see how actually we are going to make out here with respect to this Spring with respect to this how we are going to pass the bean wiring with respect to this so far. So that one now we are going to make out first. So first what I want to do here, just see, let me take one class here as lunch. So let us start with respect to a project there. Right, this new project we have. Now in this we have right click and as well as properties we have. So let me add the jar files first. Fine. Now what I want to do here is see first let me make one class here as lunchbox with respect to this. Here we have right click new class we have here lunchbox I have here. Fine. Now the lunchbox class actually I want to take one method here as snacks. So in this we have here private string so snacks I have here. Fine. Now after that see we have for this let me make the getter and setter injection. So right click and as well as right click source generate getters and setters here, select this thing. So now see we have here public void is we have. So then just go here as sysout bin plus we have here as. So this is the way we have to do that here. Fine. Now after that see what I want to do with respect to this is let me make one XML file here with respect to this. So because see this is the value actually I want to pass, but actually for this what we have to do, let me create one more class here as student so far. So student is taking three things. Student will have student number and name, and as well as what we have to do here is I want to student number and name we have, and after that I want to pass the lunchbox object also, because yesterday only we passed only one property called greeting which is of string. So can we pass the class object also with respect to this bean? Actually I want to do that. So next we have see with respect to this right click new class we have and just do here lunchbox with respect to student here I have. Fine. So now in the student class see what I have to do here is let me make here private int SNO. Now after that I have private string name, and next we have private lunchbox. Here I have lunchbox. Here I have. Fine. So these are the things I made it here. Fine. Now after that see what I have to do here is let me make getter and setter for this thing. So Here I have right click, reflect, right click source, and as well as generate getters and setters here. Fine. Now select all, click on OK. So automatically here I have getter and setter we are adding here. Fine. So public int getters and more, setters and more, get name, set name, get lunchbox, set lunchbox. So these are the things we have. Now after that, what I have to do here is the display and as well as change method. Here I have fine. So now see here I have in this. So public void display we have here. Now in this, let me make it out. So in the display method, what I want to do here is I want to use the snmo.name and after that lunchbox.eat method, because actually I want to call this so-and-so eat method, because in this eat, what is the thing we have? Eating snacks we have. Fine. Now what I have to do here is for that student.java class, I want to create the bean components there. So how I will do that here? See, so now let me go to this, let me create an XML file. Now in this XML file, I have to make those things here. So if I want to create those things with respect to this, see, this is the way I have. So if I want to make those things here, so let me come to this, we have right click, new, other, and as well as application context.xml we have here. Fine. So let me make it out here with respect to this. Now after that, see, we have here is with respect to this, let me go to this source here. Now in this, say, this is the way we have to make it out. So first let me make XML file over there. Now after that, see, we have here, let me take this beans here. Fine. So now see here what I want to do here, I have to create an object to the student.java class. So what are the things we have here with respect to the student.java class? We have this so student number and as well as name. After that, I want to create an object to this lunchbox, isn't it? Because see, student.java contains three things as student number and name. So for this I will make the properties. Fine. Now for this lunchbox also, actually I have to create an object. I want to create an object to that. So see how we are going to make it out here. See. So this is the way we have. So bean id equals to student, class equals to student we have. Now after that, see, we have here is a property. So these are the different properties we have here. Fine. So property name equals to lunchbox here I have. Fine. So now after that, see, what I want to do here is with respect to this. So property name equals to snmo, value equals to so and so thing. Now property name equals to name I have. Now for this I want to give the value here as with respect to this. Now property name equals to lunchbox I have. Now in this lunchbox, see, what I want to do, I have to use this lunchbox class there. Now property in that lunchbox, I have snacks property is there. For that I want to pass as biscuit. So far, fine. So that is the first property we have here. Fine. So here what we are having here in this green property with respect to this, what I have to do, because student contains two properties and as well as one class object. Whenever this class object comes, then automatically. Now after this, see what I want to do here. Let me make one more student here with respect to this. Let us call here. So now let me make it here be id equals to faculty.
Declare చేసిండు ఆయన లింక్స్
Let me create one more class here as faculty.
ఫస్ట్ 23 ఫస్ట్ లింక్స్
First let me create
ఫస్ట్
one
బ్యాటింగ్
more class here as
డిక్లేర్
faculty.
చేసిండు
So what actually the
Second
faculty
batting,
contains, let us see.
68 అంత కొట్టిన టోటల్ టార్గెట్ 90 అయింది.
So now let
ఎట్లా
me
అంటే
make one more class here
లాస్ట్
as
వికెట్ 4 రన్స్
faculty.
కావాలి.
Fine.
ఒక బ్యూటిఫుల్ డెలివరీ షాట్ చేసి 85 కొట్టాడు.
బతుకున్నాడా
So
ఆ బాల్
this is the way.
ఆ బాల్
So
టెస్ట్లలో వేసి కూడా వేస్ట్ ఏముంది ప్రతి వాళ్ళు డిపెండ్ చేస్తాం
see, this is the way we have. So public class faculty we have. So faculty class contains student name and as well as list of students so far. So in the S name, see what is the thing we have to do with respect to this.
నాకు అయితున్నాయి
This is the way we have
కదా
get as name and as well as set as name and as well as list of students we have here. Fine. So set students, set students. So like that here I have fine. So Now after that, see the teaching, what I want to do, faculty F name shares his lunch with following students, because list of students we have to get like this. So student S equals to student type dot
కాకపోతే ఒకటి
student
మాత్రం
start get of
రాకేష్
I.
అయితే
So
మళ్ళీ
automatically I
సెమిస్టర్
want to display the
చేస్తున్నాను
student details, because
అదంతా
faculty
కొత్త
contains the list of students.
ఇది
So
చూస్తున్నారు
faculty
ఈరోజు
contains what?
ఆల్మోస్ట్ నాకు ఒక
Faculty
80
name
వరకు
and as
ఈజీగా
well as
అప్లై
list of
చేసాను
students we
జాబ్స్
have. So let me create one more thing here, because student thing actually we created first student data and as well as second student data. These two things we made it here fine. So second student, let me give it as 201 and then let me give another name here. Ashwant I give. So after that, what I have to do, so property name equals to lunchbox and it is taking the burger there here fine. Now faculty.java we have. Now for this faculty.java we have
ఏ గోటు
make it
మీటింగ్
out here.
మొత్తం అప్డేట్ చేసి చూసినావా ఇప్పుడు డెస్క్టాప్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్లో కూడా అటెండెన్స్ లిస్ట్ వస్తుంది కావాలంటే నా స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేయొచ్చు ఇక్కడ షేర్ యువర్ వెబ్ క్యామ్ డైరెక్ట్గా నా వెబ్ క్యామ్ షేర్ చేయొచ్చు
See, this is the way we have bean id equals to faculty, we have class equals to faculty. Now after that, property name equals to f name, value faculty we have. Now after that, what I want to do, I have to make the list of students. So that's why list take out. Now student and student 2, those things we have to make it out. Now let me make one more bean here, say with respect to this, bean id equals to student 3 we have here. Now after that, class equals to student I have. Now in this C we have here property name equals to, here I have SNO and value equals to 203. Property name equals to name, it's not as name, no, it's name, and as well as value equals to, we have a Satya I have here fine. So this is the way we have to make it out. So bean id equals to student 3, class equals to student we have. Now after that, property name equals to so and so we have here fine. Now after that, see we have property name equals to, here we have lunchbox. Now in this see we have here, what is the thing we have here in lunchbox? Again it is a bean. So here we have bean, class equals to lunchbox I have here fine. Property name equals to, here we have lunchbox. Yes. Property name equals to snacks, value equals to, here we have as some other things we have to make it out here as that's as well as burger and as well as have, let me other thing we have to make as this one. So these are the three things we have. Now let me add this student 3 also reference here. See, reference being equals to student 3 I have here fine. So this is the way we have to make it out. Now after that, what I want to do here is, let me go to this main method. Now in the main method actually I have to call that. So see how actually I am going to call that in the client program. So go to this main method there. Again, this is the way how here see application context equals to new class path XML application context dot XML we have. Now let me get the student details here. So here we have student st equals to student of cts dot get bean of So now see we have here st3 dot display we have here fine. Now after that, see, let me make it out here. Now if I run this one here, see with respect to this, see this is the way I am getting. So here I have, so 200 is a Raghu eating biscuits, 201 is Ashwant eating burger. Now after that, 203 is Satya eating pizza I have. Now Prasanna shares his lunch with, because see faculty bin is containing this list of students so far. So we have see Prasanna shares his lunch with following students I have. So here we have see 200 Raghu eating biscuits, 201 Ashwant eating burger, and next we have 203 Satya eating pizza so far fine. So this is the way we are making out here. So let us see how the way we are going to do that here. So first let us go from the scratch how I did, because in the yesterday actually we passed only the property. Now here what I want to do is, can we pass the properties as well as objects together? Can we pass or not? Actually I want to show. So that situation what I have to do is, see, this is the way we have. So first we have here with respect to this is C. So first let me create a class here as lunchbox. So for friend. Now after that what I want to do is, here public class lunchbox we have, and after that private string snacks we have. So in this C we have get snacks and set snacks and eat method. This is the thing we are going to make it out here fine. So because I want to make a getter and setter for this thing, and as well as it is a method which is used for that. Now after that, see, we have here is student.java we have. Now in the student.java, what are the things we have to make it out? It contains student number and name, and as well as it creates an object to this lunchbox so far. So here we have get SNMO and set SNMO, get name and as well as set name, and as well as get lunchbox or set lunchbox. So like that we have. Now after that, let us make it out this display method. Now in the display method, actually I have to make it out. So system.out.println, student number and name we have, and as well as lunchbox.keep we have here fine. Now after making out with respect to this is, see, we have application context.xml there. Now in this I want to call this. So here we have bean id equals to student, class student we have. Now after that properties we have here. So student number, name, and as well as lunchbox. Now second bit we have student 2, student number and name, lunchbox I have. Now student 3 we have class student, property name equals to lunchbox, so on so thing we have here fine. Now after that we have faculty is a class. We have faculty class contains reference of these bins as student, student 2 and student 3. Those things we have here fine. So see, here we have coming into this thing. So see, this is the way we have here. So private string f name we have, private list students we have here. Now after that, see, we have faculty name I have, and as well as list of students I made it. Now in the teaching class, actually all the things actually I have to make it out. So student dot size. Now I am displaying those things here fine. Now in the main file, see, we have to make it out with application context, context equals to new class path XML application context of application context dot XML there. Now after that, see, we have here, we have to make the student things like this. See, here we have So see, this is the way we have student st1 equals to student type dot context dot get pin of student. Now student 2 and student 3 we have. Now after that, see, let me make it out display here with respect to this. Now in the teaching method, actually we have to make it out so far. So this is the way we are going to make it out here fine. So this is the way we are making those things here fine. So student st equals to student type dot context dot get pin of student. Now after that we have student 2 and student 3. These are the student things we are making out so far. So this is the way we are working with respect to this bean wiring here fine. Now next part we are going to see is how we are going to work with respect to this database things. That means if I want to make any database program, such kind of a thing with respect to this bean string, see how I will do that.
Karthik.
So now see, what I want to do here is, I want to get all the properties from this XML file, and as well as I want to get all the things from the XML file, and as well as I want to use this in the main program. So see, we have here is, let me make it out here. So here we have right click new, that we have XML file. So application context.xml I have. So here we have application context.xml here with respect to this. So this is the way we have. So XML version equals to sound searching now, right, Phoenix, public, and as well as sound searching we have here. Fine. Now after that, see, what I want to do is bean ID equals to sound searching, class equals to sound searching we have here. Now let me specify this driver as well as URL, username and password with respect to this. So see how actually we have to make it out here with respect to this. Let me get this connections in here. So see, this is the way we have property name equals to driver class name, value equals to so and so thing we have here. Fine. Net dot source first dot JTDS start JDBC dot driver so far. Fine. Now after that, see, we have here property name equals to URL I have. Now what is the URL we have to make it out, see, with respect to this. So this is the way we have property name equals to URL, value equals to JDBC colon JTDS colon SQL server personalization PC SQL practice database. Now username and password, username and password. Username so and so thing, password equals to so and so thing I have here. So after making these properties with respect to this, let me go to this client program over there. So the client program, let me make it out here. See. So I want to get the properties from this client file with respect to this. So this is the way we have. So import Java start SQL dot data source SQL dot start and Spring Framework things we have here. Fine. Now after that, see, we have get this. See, this is the way we will make it out here. Fine. So see, this is the way we have here with respect to this. Bean ID equals to data source we have, class equals to so and so thing, driver class name, URL, username and password. So like that I have here. Fine. Now after that, see, we have data source equals to driver manager data source dot context dot get bin of data source we have here. Fine. So I am getting this data source first here. Fine. Now after that, see, what I want to do, I want to get the connection things with respect to it. So that's why we have java.sql.connection con equals to java.sql.connection of data source dot get connection I have. So automatically I am getting this connection with respect to this. So java.sql.connection con equals to java SQL connection dot and data source dot get connection I have. Now let me add the values, insert into emp values, 5 question marks I have here. Fine. Now after that, see, we have. So this is the way we have here. Prepared statement PS equals to connection dot prepared statement of S I have here. Fine. Now after that, I have ds dot set int of 1 comma so and so value set string. Also I have to pass the values here and execute update 113 value. So if I run this one, see here, inserted value or not, see here in the first place actually 113 record now. So see, this is the way we have select star from EMP where EMP and O equals to 113 we have here fine. So automatically we are getting those things here fine. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear, everybody?
Yeah, it's clear.
Hello, can you hear me? Tapu, Satya, Ashwan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
Now, so, but actually, yeah. Okay. So this is the way we are making this simple bean things with respect to this. Now, but actually see, as we discussed in the yesterday's session, we have in the Spring actually we have this SQL classes we have. So how actually we are going to pass the parameters with respect to this, that actually we can ensure like that. So you can pass the parameters in Spring by using this named parameters. So see how the way we are going to work with named parameters here. See, I am using the type 4 driver, Raghu. Okay, for the SQL server we have the type 4 driver. That jar file you have to import, then automatically you will get those things, because in the real time people will use type 4 driver only. Okay, just this is the jar file you have to use, JTDS, JTDS -1.2.2.jar that you have to use. Okay, because direct connection string you can write, we don't have any CLIs as well as wrapper classes or the ODBCs we will use in the real time. So that's why this is the one we are going to use it now. Okay, yeah. Now next we are going to see is how we are going to work with named parameters here. See, yeah. So if I want to use this named parameters with respect to this, so So see here, this is the way we have here. So first what I want to do here is, if I want to pass the named parameters, please use this named parameter JDBC template, because named parameter JDBC template purpose is, if I want to write a direct SQL commands with respect to this, that actually we can do with respect to this named parameters JDBC template so far. So see how actually we are going to use these things here. See, so first let me make this thing as usual. Property name equals to driver class name, and what is the class we have here with respect to this? So property name equals to driver class name we have, value equals to net.sourceforce.jdbc driver we have, property name equals to URL, value equals to so thing I have, and username and as well as password. So like that here I have fine. So after making out these things with respect to this CC, then what I want to do, I want to use this JDBC template name as myDO there. So bean ID equals to myDO class equals to data insert DO I have, property name equals to JDBC template, reference equals to JDBC template I have here fine. So now after that what I want to do here with respect to this is, see, so this is the one I have here fine. So now what I have to do here with respect to this is, Now see, this is the way we have here. Let me make this named parameter JDBC template I have. Now up to this time, how we are passing the values? With respect to this question mark we are passing, isn't it? Insert into EMP values, all question marks we are passing out. But here, JDBC, by using this JDBC template, you can pass the values with respect to this parameter so far. So if I want to make it out, string SQL equals to, this is the way we have insert into EMP values, question mark EMP NO, question mark name, question mark department, colon designation, colon basic I have. Now after that, see, we have here this is the way I want to make it out. Map named parameters equals to new hash map I have. Named parameters put EMP NO, new integer of something, name, department, designation, basic. So like that I have. Now after that, let me make it out here. JDBC template that update SQL command name parameters we have. Now after that, just update method is going to fire this insert statement, because either it is insert or update or delete statements, automatically we will call that. Now just give here JDBC template dot update SQL command named parameters we have here. So now let me call this one here. See, this is the way we have application context equals to context new class path XML application context of application context dot XML I have. Now after that, data insert DAO equals to data insert DAO dot have context dot get of my DAO. So I am getting this DAO here. Just give insert record. So after giving this insert record, automatically it will insert. So will it be insert or not? See here, let me get the value first. 23 Avinash Java programmer now. So no, 23 already the value is there. Let me give here value. So this is the way we will make it out here, fine. So
I-797C is correct.
So this is the way we are going to make it out here, fine. So name parameters, so thing we have, and so map named parameters equals to new hash map. Now after that, this is the way we are making those things here, fine. So with respect to this is the way we are going to work with JDBC with respect to this thing. And next two classes we are going to discuss about actual aspect oriented programming and web based applications, and as well as dependency injections in web applications so far. So that part, web based things we are going to discuss there. And one thing actually I want to ask, this Saturday and Sunday, please make the class for at least 2 hours, okay? Because we have to cover some of the good examples. Then if it is more time, I will make it, okay?
Both Saturday and Sunday?
Tomorrow I am going to start 2 hours minimum, please available yourself, okay?
I guess last week you told like you will take class in the morning session. We were waiting.
Yeah, that time actually I didn't get proper update that time.
Okay,
actually. But
okay, no
tomorrow
problem.
we will work it out 100% and I will finalize with Siva. Then
Yep.
we will I will confirm. Because
Yeah,
that
thank
time
you.
actually some miscommunication has happened. That's why I couldn't make it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I will speak with Siva beforehand and I will make it out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a minute. Let me forward the stuff. And every time you will get the material in that link, whatever I send in the Dropbox. Okay.
Oh,
The Dropbox we have this virtually training.
can you send the link in chat box?
Yeah, right now I'll send it. 1 minute. Let me
Yeah.
upload this today's material. Then I will send it. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
అయితే ఈ అమ్మాయి యూఎస్సిఎస్కి కాల్ చేసిందంట. ఈ అమ్మాయి యూఎస్సిఎస్కి కాల్ చేసిందంట. కాల్ చేసి ఇట్లా చెప్పిందంట. చెప్తే మేము అప్లికేషన్ మళ్ళీ రిటర్న్ పంపించేస్తాము అని చెప్పిందంట.
స్టేటస్ ఏమో చూస్తున్నాను.
సేమ్ స్టేటస్ రిసీవ్డ్.
And let me send the chat files also.
నేను ఈరోజు పొద్దున చూసుకున్నాను.
I send the link in the chat box. Please go through that. Every day you will get the material in that. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And tomorrow we'll have the session at the same time, and tomorrow we at the end of the class we will discuss everything with Shiva, and as well as we'll fix up a time, and that time we are going to make the weekend class. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Catch up tomorrow. Bye.